person teleporting ship, it's very vulnerable early on because our weapons don't deal actual damage to ships. And fights get pretty complicated because we have to figure out what crew to send in fights, and sometimes it's best to send only one crew, sometimes it's best to send two, other times it's best to send three, and we got to do a lot of silly shenanigans because of that. Oh, the data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Alright, we start with the Mantis in there. Power our two weapons. Oh, I do not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh. Like, this is fine, because we get there in 3, and no beacons are overtaken for the first 3 jumps. And with this being a nebula, that's not a problem. But that will be mean I'm missing out on those 2 beacons as possible stores. But if I go the other way, I'm missing all those beacons as stores, and like selling Mikado and selling Mantis pheromones to get a shield buffer is really nice. So here's like the early micro we have to do with this ship, is rotating the NG out here to get into sensors. Even though we're in a nebula, so they won't be helpful, we'll have our NG closer to the teleporter. And that is important. Okay. Heavy ion and other shenanigans. All right, so we board the Lanius, because the Lanius will be safe. We'll have the Mantis here piloting. I wanted the NG to fix things, whatever this Lato hits. I know, Dragon Sage, super early. Hello, hello. We couldn't really board with 2, I don't think. Alright, we'll work with dodging, I guess. You know where Strange Side starts from go? I'm aware. Okay. Hi! Nah, I'm not gonna like stun it or anything. I could send the Mantis over to break it faster, but... well, never mind. Okay. So here's what's kind of annoying. Okay. Essentially, we just have to send a crew over there to punch the system down so it gets punched down fast enough that the Loto doesn't hit us. And that's it. That's all we're going to do. That's just the safest way to play it. Boarding here, take down the missile after 1 shot. So, like I said, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to send one over once it gets repaired, because it takes, this fires in 7 seconds, and it takes us 12.5 seconds for a crew to be able to punch it down in time. I could send 2 over just to, like, speed up this process, because it's not like anybody's trained. So we can sometimes break hacking and get through the fight a little bit faster. So the problem with that is weapons don't depower, in a predictable manner. So in theory, you board 2, they punch it down quickly, and the Leto just, like, doesn't do anything. But there's actually no guarantee which one of these weapons goes offline first. And so, like, the Leto hitting here and starting a double fire and then burning out, like, yeah, my NG probably is able to fix it in time, and a bunch of other complicated things could totally be true and accurate. Faith is here, Monty here. Wow, we got a full crew. Full crew of people wanting to join in. Nice. Yeah, it's just... I was being kind of productive, but as my sleep schedule has shifted, so it's more normal. And so now I, like, wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Right? It used to be, like, pretty predictable in that, like, the weapon with the least amount of charge would go offline. Like, that's kind of how it used to work. It now doesn't work that way guaranteed, which is kind of a shame. It still kind of can. So, like, let's say we cloaked it and then we dealt 1 damage to it, and this weapon has no charge and this one still hasn't fired yet. Like, then the Leto almost assuredly is coming offline. But if we just go over there and start punching things down, I honestly couldn't tell you exactly how the game is going to react. Oh well, this is fine. Alright, 18 and nothing else. That's a little bit unfortunate. Alright, so first up, Dragon asked to be Lanius. Can do, will do. Next up, Mizmar said whatever, and then Monty wanted to be a Mantis, so if we can just sort this all out the best way we can. We can do that, because Mizmar on board. I know Faith would want to be an NG. Mizmar. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we took 4 damage, but we got up to $18. Down 1 bar when the Leto would go down once the heavy ion fires. I'm not so sure it stands up and switches back to the Leto. So, like, it shouldn't do that. I just don't have confidence that once the Leto fires, that it's not going to take the heavy ion offline. So we're gonna have to find another NG friend. Multiple NGs can be helpful. Oh. All right, first we have to see what kind of crew they have. They got an NG, they got a human, and they got a Mantis. Gosh, this is really bad. So this was the Mike fight. I'm curious about something. So this is a fight I did on Mantis C a couple runs ago. Not have it?
Be doing the...
Hi, Mike. really curious. No, no, no. All this Mantis B stuff. Really? I don't think this is right. I just want to know if there was a... okay, yeah, this is exactly it. So yeah, I ran into like a very similar ship like this before, and it went very, very badly, and we just barely escaped with our lives, and so we should be boarding with 3. The problem is they have a med bay, and how much that changes the fight in this regard. And I'm just trying to remember if there was a med bay when I did the boarding, and there was not. Oh, so this changes everything. Gets to the charge, nothing has fired. So, like, supposedly, because there's been some times using, like, Masala where it doesn't happen. So again, so that part, it is definitely not as consistent. If you've like hacked both their weapons, you do 1 damage. It used to always be like the highest powered weapon would come offline because it was generally the slowest. It doesn't work that way anymore. So there was some point in the update that made that not be the case. Okay. Sorry, this is a really, really bad fight. This is an incredibly dangerous fight. Particularly if this is an Artemis, we could just die here. So if there was no medical unit, we would board 3 and we would kite one of them in a room to try and create 2-on-1s for our advantage while our weapons charged. The problem is their Artemis could snipe our weapons before they fire. And they have a medical unit so they can run to and heal, and I cannot disrupt it. And their crew have like the Mantis. So the Mantis trades with our Mantis, their human trades with our human, their NG trades with our NG. So this is a straight up fight. And yeah, I can micro a lot, but this is a pretty massive disadvantage. So it might make this just pure have to run away fight. Because they hit here, then I lose my ability to have an interaction. Of course, if they hit shields, we take a stupid amount of damage. Of course, if it's only a Leto, then it's not as bad. It's an Artemis. Wow! Very, very gross. Worst case scenario, right off the bat. Disgusting. Wow, worst case scenario. There's nothing I can do about it. Like, I was thinking about trying to flash the shields and remove it from smart targeting, but I couldn't do that. I can stun this to keep it offline. Try to. Is there really a counterplay here? Like I do a lockdown, I board, and I kill their crew in time? I don't think I can. Okay. Stun bomb doesn't do anything here. Oh well, at least it runs into a store. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's... Like, if I had the option to skip that fight, we 100% would skip it. Like, even before I knew that it was an Artemis, it doesn't matter. It's like it's in slot 1. You know, we talked about like what changes we would make to FTL, and I think like all the Sector 1 changes just ban Artemis and Heavy Laser 1 from existing in Sector 1. Because they're just... Being able to do 2 damage to a system is really difficult for almost every single ship to overcome. Okay, but we're alive. We are alive. Guess we just get to 2 shields. So... I don't think there's a point in going back, even though they burn through missiles, just because it's a one-directional. Alright, that was not good. So what we did there, though, is we made sure that the engine was free to do repairs, and as close to the most vital system there, which was our shields, just because it opens us up to being hit by the heavy laser. Alright. Just have to shake it off. That's all you can do. Get to 2 shields, we keep the stun bomb, can let us interact with Zoltan shields. Okay, and now we just start making money. Ideally, what we would have done is, like, been able to pick up a crew there. Because it would elevate our offense. Okay. As soon as we can start porting, like, more crew quickly, then we're able to, you know, kill enemy ships faster. Maybe we'll make some scrap this sector. Maybe. Not fit for combat, mercenary work. As long as you don't kill them all. Okay. Rock human. So we want to get a surrender. We're gonna kill one of their crew, kite another one in shields while we try to punch down their weapons. Alright, so both of them should be in shields. Once we get one of their weapons offline. Yeah, that's really, really close. Okay, so now the fight is just safe. Don't kill them all. Yeah, we're definitely not going to kill them all. We need to just punch their ship into submission. This is gonna be a little tricky. So the concern I'm having right now is not asphyxiating their crew. As we punch down systems, they will walk through an oxygenless environment and they will take damage, and that potentially kills them. And then we wouldn't get the rewards that we want. That's interesting that you're ignoring that input right now. Okay. Okay, do I bring you back? Okay, no, I need you to... Yes? Okay. It's probably okay. Alright, I'm gonna bring you back. Alright, I'm gonna need another pause because I really need my NG not to accidentally punch this rock. Also dealing with the really... It's also not what I want to have happen. Okay, let's just, It's fine if they die here. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna stop them from repairing, just for the time being. We got this. Kill one, pull the Lanny, kite the Engie, breaks this with Mantis. Yeah, that's essentially what we're gonna be doing here. Sorry, again, I was just super focused. I really would like a free weapon here. Okay, that's better. Alright, we do this and we're okay. Come on. You got this, Mantis. I believe in you. And then they're gonna surrender and everything's gonna be cool. Okay. Oh! Ho, 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 ho. All right, let's go. That's a good pickup. That's a really good pickup. The sector has drastically improved. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. All right. Yeah, no, super worth the struggle. It was still a little bit sketchy because that second shot almost hit us in shields. But I think we did the right thing. We punched down the weapons. We kept control of it. We thought about how to get around the oxygenless environment thing. And it's all okay. We still have to do this silly shenanigan. It's okay. Large asteroid field. Was it a 1 in 6? 1 in 6 to take damage when I'm at 21. 5 hull damage and a random system burns down. I don't know if I want to go down that low on hull for a 1 in 6. Like, we still don't have very good interactions against Zoltan shields. Can I turn this down? Thomas! Long time no see, buddy. Casual dimensions, I don't want a weapon, and then pressing a button instantly receives an awesome weapon. Yeah, what? There's nothing suspicious there, Thomas. It's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can now sell the stun bomb. It's so unlikely I'm gonna see a storm. You know what? I'm not gonna take the asteroid field here. Like, this ship doesn't technically take that much money to win. We just need hacking, cloaking away through Zoltan shields, that kind of thing. Well, that's irksome. More irksome. Okay, so they won't have an anti-personnel drone here. They could have a repair bot, which... I've been doing all right. I've been doing pretty all right, you know. AFTL, the on again, off again. All right, just sit there for a second. Okay, there's no repair bot. No buffer points and drone control. Do I use mic strategy or do I just board 3? Board 3, small bomb. Versus leaving the NG over here. But yeah, I've been trying to be a little bit more productive. We've had I went to a concert to see the Pineapple Thief, and in Pittsburgh, and that was like a really good trip last weekend. And now I've had like a normal sleep schedule, going to bed like before 4 o'clock in the morning, and then regularly getting 7 hours of sleep. It's been kind of neat, but also a bit of an adjustment. Okay, so we know it's a Leto because it's drone control, Sector 1. They're not allowed to have 2 powered weapons if they have drone control in Sector 1. Alright, board 3, fight a bunch, land small bomb. Call it a day? I'm just trying to think if leaving the NG here or not makes a big difference. Probably not. 1. That's not how you teleport. You can also just do that, and then we're pretty okay. We don't even have to use a bomb. I almost forgot about that strategy completely. Okay. Oh, Clone Bay. Right. Alright, now there's no oxygen in here. It's going to make it a little bit difficult for them to be able to do repair. Oh, they're also still running away. But that's okay, because Mantis is going to get there soon. Alright, so I was trying to maintain as much health on the Lanius. I mean, technically I can now reset the Lanius health because I have Small Bomb, and I can just shoot my own crew. Stun Bubbles, Lanius, Cabo, Pog. No, not Pog. I did get that once. I once had an Ion Stunner with, Lanius B, and that was like kind of fun. It was like super unnecessary, but it was kind of fun. Just like, this just makes boarding so much more complicated. They really do. Where it's like, oh, I have to do this, and I have to do that. 1, 2, 3, probably 4 jumps. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then if I have the 4th jump, we go here. Right? 1, 2. Unless I think it's 5. Yeah, chat. Warding. But sometimes my stories might not be following today's meta, but I'm trying my best to combine game mechanics. This is like a store. I really would want to go to it. See, it definitely could be 5 jumps. It's definitely 4. Alright, I'll add Magic Brand to the list. And then also I had Faith. So here's the question. If this is a store, I would really like to go visit it. But I might not have 5 jumps. I might only have 4. It's very close. Plus we've already seen one store though. Everyone's on board. So our current crew is currently spoken for, but I assume we'll get some more crew along the way. Generally, we do. Slaver ship. Okay. Oh, wait, no, not that option. Definitely would never surrender our crew. Also, I didn't move my crew in position like I was supposed to, so I don't know what kind of crew makeup they have. All good. Double. Okay, what are you doing? Alright, so again, we have to thinky thunk here. Because I screwed this up by not having the 3 over. We're not enslavers, we're the good guys. That's definitely what the history books are gonna say. Okay, so this fire's at 10 seconds. This fire's pretty slow. We might be able to flash shields and be okay. Oh, definitely not in time. Oh no, just eat both shots. That's also good. Yes, we only keep sleeping for the greater good. Alright, that was completely accidental, and kind of funny that it worked out. Come on, I just need 1 weapon damage, please. Please and thank you. Alright, now we're good. Oh, the only problem is my doors have been hit. My doors. So I can't vent them anymore. Respect. Yarp. Okay. They're gonna come back at some point. Okay, this is fine. No. Have you? Whilst jumping through the air? No. Alright, find a number of slaves in the cargo hold. They look at you questioningly when asked if they'd be released. You could use more crew. You don't want to force them all to work for you. I mean, I do. I don't see why not. What else are they going to do? What choice do they have? Their ship is stranded in space. I guess we go Rockman because blue options and good border. Decent enough border. Go fix doors. That's going to be magic brown. Just put brown. Yep. Good job, me. FTL's like learn the colors book. Sultan green. Mantis green. NG green. Oh, that's brutal. Why would I do that? Alright. Whew. Disappointed DEI officer, I recommend the Rockman. Oh. The thing that, like, 8 months ago, people didn't care about and then became, like, a buzzword on absolutely everything. So terrible. Actually, I should reset the NG's health, too. Alright, so we're in a pretty good spot now. We picked up crew, which is excellent. We got our second shield. We picked up small bomb. It's pretty legitimate. We don't have a lot of health, and we're a little bit low on fuel. No, it has been. No, it's just in the United States, once Kamala Harris became like the nominee, the amount of use of that word to replace like woke or whatever for just like reaction videos, it was just like, oh, Antifa. Remember when Antifa was like huge for a while and then it went away, and it's a buzzword that gets used for all the videos for a cycle until the new one comes along. I woke up late to the party. All right, Look, I'm trying to commit war crimes here. I need not to be distracted. Yeah. Like, oh, that's the one we're gonna use for now. Okay. Still might be time we actually board 4, but sorry, I'm gonna be close. Aid the civilian ship. Oh my gosh, it's a safe fight. Do I train? The problem is most of my crew are going to be killed repeatedly. So let's just make that we got stabilized here. Yeah, I think I've suffered 1 loss in the last 85 runs of FTL. So that's been going kind of well. 20 bucks. I didn't push any buttons. You didn't hear any button getting pushed. There was nothing. So no, I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Forward to the shields room. It doesn't matter. Like, it was a safe fight, and so I just didn't want to send. I just didn't want to send the Lanius because I don't want the Lanius to take damage if I don't have to. Surely no need to train. Yeah, I am aware of the fact that at my win rate, I essentially have the expectation to cycle every time I sit down to play FTL. And that's weird. But at 97% win rate, which means like I go 32-1, that's a cycle. It's not even a cycle. It's 4 beyond a cycle. Ugh. What your Slug B win rate? Is it gonna be a possible loss? I mean, any ship can be a possible loss. Like, it really can. So my win rate with the Slug B is 30-4, so it's at an 88.24%. I do have 1 loss in my last 13 runs with that ship, though. Like, so going back over the entire career, that's what it is, but I did accrue a single loss. If I recall that loss, essentially, the big thing is I ran into, like, 4 straight auto ships, and 3 of them had double missiles. And I should have made the difficult call of risking a crew dying to bring their weapons offline. Like, that they would not have been able to come back, because I had a clone bay. But in hopes of, like, keeping the run alive. Because I just took too much damage. Like, it was just unstoppable damage every single time. You're disrupting my shield system. That's gross. You have an ion, and you also have hacking. And you have a missile. Okay. Artemis. It's a jerk move game. Jerk move. No. Okay. So I had to make sure the weapon was offline because I didn't want the hack and the ion to land in a way that my clone bay could be offline. Alright, we'll go ahead and start fixing weapons then. They didn't have lasers? Yeah. Again, that's why we go. That's why we upgrade shields, because part of the reason is where you become safer, but particularly against really nasty fights, like shield hack event. The fact that, yeah, it could have, like, it could have had drones, it could have had nastier weapons. I'm curious as to, like, what rebalancing they did when Advanced Edition came out. Because, like, once you introduced hacking, why does this ship have hacking? And have a hacking event? And that can happen in a couple times. There's the ones where, like, your engines are hacked, and then you get hacked somewhere else. I'm really happy about that decision more and more about skipping the search the asteroids and possibly taking 5 damage. Because, like, if we took 5 damage, we would be at 10 hull. Like, that's so spooky. And I'd rather be at 15 than have, you know, maybe than, like, up against, like, needing a little bit more scrap. Which is another kind of newer, it's been around for a little while, but the idea of running from fights. And so it's another good emphasis on, like, wow, making the most with what you've got, right? And being really good about how you're budgeting your ship. So you're used to, you know, being financially behind what other players would be in similar situations, but you're actually more at home dealing with the scenarios that you're facing. Okay, yeah, it wasn't even close. So hard when I don't actually have a line to judge it by. Well, we will be here for a while. Yeah, so like I said, this is a ship where there's a huge thought process that kind of just goes into boarding, where you have to be like, okay, do I just send the Lanius because it's an auto ship, or do I send the Lanius plus another crew so I can punch down their weapons fast enough? Do I send just the 2 crew? Do I send 3 crew? Am I going to be kiting them back and forth? No. And also, like, you know, being cognizant of trying to maintain that Lanius's health there, or the, yeah. This is level 1, so. Good job. $8 plus 19. All right, well, we're not hurting for money, which is kind of amazing. Like, we started out and it wasn't great, and then it became incredibly good. Next sector. Rebel or pirates? Why? Why, though? Okay, Rebel or auto ships, which we do have an answer to. They're 1.5 stores. Auto ships are gross. Still, like, auto ships with missiles are bad, but it's the same number of stores, and I still don't really want to deal with Zoltan ships if I can avoid it. So we'll go here. We might, because we had such a strong sector, we might upgrade our ship. I mean, we got like 100 scrap and free stuff, that sector. What's going through your mind as priorities? Okay, great question. So, one is store availability. Like, generally, I want to visit as many stores every run as I possibly can, because it's the only place I can get systems. It's how I can fix my ship. I can get back supplies if I'm low on them. I'm more likely to find a weapon there than, say, like, any individual fight. Right? So stores are a pretty big priority. The other one is survivability. Survivability is generally more important than stores. So, like, I avoid Zoltan sectors because Zoltan shields, there's just, you can't interact with them. Like, you just can't interact with them. Like, if a ship has cloaking, it also has like that while it's cloaked, because it starts the fight off as cloaking, you can't interact with it, but once the cloak is down, you have your weapons, and you probably have, and you can have like hacking, right? And so you have like two systems that, even if they would have to be really precise with their sniping to like hit you in the weapons and then hit you in your hacking, so you couldn't interact with that ship, you know, assuming you have hacking. But then your shields are intact, your engines are intact, so you're still able to, like, potentially just run away, right? So, like, again, but, like, Zoltans are just like, haha, you gotta do, particularly early on, you gotta do, like, 2-3 volleys before you break through, and then the volley afterwards to actually hurt their systems. So the fact that they're getting three free volleys off is really bad. Because they can just, oh, I hit you in the weapons. All right, well, now I gotta wait. And they're like, cool, while you're fixing your weapons and then waiting for them to charge, which is 2 cycles, I get 2 free volleys, which is gonna hit you in your defenses. And then maybe I'll just hit you in the weapons again. And you just, like, can't catch up in the same way. So that's why those sectors are avoided. And then abandoned sectors are also generally really avoided because once you hit Sector 4, and definitely 5+, because of Lanius bombers start to exist in Sector 4, and it's really difficult to deal with Lanius bomber borders. It's incredibly difficult. Normally they're backed up by mind control, so that makes it worse, but because you cannot vent them, venting does nothing. Yeah, like, you just can't control the situation like you could with, like, other people. Like, venting is your your, like, top tool in dealing with borders. But if they just said, like, 2 Lanius borders and they just drop the oxygen out of a room, it's so difficult to do anything with them. Like, they just sit in the room and they're just gonna break whatever it is. It's like a worse version of an ion intruder, where you're just like, I don't have a solution to this. Like, if they board into your clone bay, like, if you have a medical unit, you kind of have a better chance. It's one of those times where med bay is actually better than a clone bay. Because then you can at least heal your crew, send them back, try fighting them again. Or maybe you're able to fight them in the med bay, and then so you got healing, and so you can kind of counteract some things. But it's like Clone Bay, if your Clone Bay is vulnerable, you just can't do anything, and they will punch your ship to pieces. I had an instant, there was a, I know I'm taking a lot of time here, but I also have additional decisions I'm going to think about before I get going here. I remember that Hollow had a fight against Lanius, and he blew up the ship before the Lanius went back, and they did 6 system damage before he could get him off his ship. 6 system damage before he could kick him off the ship on Stealth C. And I had one where I took a fight, I went to a store, and then I came back, and they had like a missile weapon, so like the fight was generally just going to be safe when I returned, and it was still really brutal and almost went sideways because I couldn't deal with the 2 borders. So those are decisions. If you have like 1 crew, then you kind of have to avoid rock sectors because of rock mine event. You know, if you don't have a missile, if you don't have level 5 engines or a clone bay or something, like that can be pretty detrimental. That's normally how sectors are kind of determined. Avoid threats. Yeah, ship situation. Blue options are really, really far down on the list. Like, I'm cognizant of it. I actually made a cheat sheet which explains blue options in every sector. But that's more of like a scrap thing. Like, that maybe as like some sort of tiebreaker. If you were looking between, say, like a pirate and a Mantis sector, you're like, maybe this one's going to be a little bit better. But yeah, it's just, what ships do I want to fight? You know? If you're boarding, then going into, say, rebel sectors with other auto ships could be a bad time. What do I look like? 20 bucks, but I have 40, 50, 60. I mean, I have 80 scrap. I could just go 3 shields. So I think I'll go 3 engines here, just kind of as a middle point, because it just to enable me to maybe run faster if things go sideways. Holiday game is trying to runs is avoiding threat. Yeah, totally. Which again is like when I have discussions with players about FTL, it's so much of it's just risk management, and a lot of players just assume. Yeah, I'm not dealing with the missile. A lot of players just assume that there is a certain amount of risk, and it's true, but their idea of a certain amount of risk is far higher than mine. Do I go through the nebula to get here, or... I do only have 11 fuel. And I do kind of want to see that beacon. Go on board Faith. Yeah, let's do that. We don't really need the whole moving crew about thing. Go 2 doors when you're boarding board. Sure, I have a million bombs. I very seldom go level 2. Again, it has a lot to do with just how, if I have very, very little crew, where like boarding starts, like dealing with borders starts being a real problem. And particularly when I'm approaching the flagship. Okay, store. Fix this, but it has small bomb. Cloaking. Normally I hate early cloaking. Well, I don't hate early cloaking. If I have $1 billion, which we have $1 billion, it can make sense. It could potentially just go cloaking to set up the flak 2. When we have 4 borders, so I don't want to buy crew here. I don't think that's the spot for it. let's do that. Like, I mean, once you put like a crew indoors, like normally you're kind of set. So if you have enough crew that you can man doors regularly, you're fine. It's when you can't do that, it's like the real problem. We're gonna have an ad coming in, so I'll just talk through it. Yeah, so like I said, I mean, right now I can just put a crew on it. If I'm getting boarded, counter-boarding, I'm very comfortable with my anti-boarding strategies and tactics. Some people aren't. It's like, it's one of the harder things to get used to early on just because it adds to the distraction because you're dealing with people on your ship and then there's an enemy ship that's also shooting you and you're supposed to be shooting it. So it can get really complicated to try and pay attention to that stuff when you're not used to having to pay attention to all that stuff. But like I said, for the most part, I've played a lot, and I've gotten used to being able to use doors. There's so many different techniques you can deal with boarders. Like, you send crew over to beat them up, and you win the fights. Or you're at least neutral, so they get down to 25 HP, or 25% health, and they board back to the enemy ship. So you don't even have to win it. You sometimes maybe just have to be distracting. You have a crew in door, and you can selectively vent them out. You can also like selectively vent them out and have a crew, you know, bouncing into a room so they resets and they reestablish their position and go back. So if they're asphyxiating while you're doing this, even without door control, it'll hold them for a while. You know, if you are potentially losing, you can do your crew swaps to make sure that you're still having an advantage or keeping crew healthy. Of course, you can do really dramatic ones as well. You can send 4 to back in, and even if you have numbers but not a lot of damage, you can hold out against them. And so you just use all of those things, and normally that's going to be enough in a lot of situations. Like I said, it definitely, as I said, when you deal with the flagship, if you don't have like crew killing capabilities in phase 1, phase 2, very seldomly do you try and crew kill in phase 2. It's very dangerous. But like in phase 1, you're like, all right, well, they're just going to keep sending boarders, and to help maintain that situation, I need upgraded doors. They can make a lot of sense. If you're going into sectors maybe where mind control could start being a problem, so you're down crew, then another thing. So slugs will have it, Zoltans will have it. Anyway, we're running an ad that rambled on. So short break, we'll be back. Short break from when I was talking. Good old Africs. Raised steak. I'm just killing time. But I think starting out, you know, I value experience in FTL. So I think starting out, like, upgrading doors makes a lot of sense. It's really helpful, I find, for players to have success while they are learning to play FTL. So while even from a strategic standpoint, like, well, if you know what you're doing, you don't need to upgrade doors here. But if you don't, upgrading doors can help you get further along in runs and live. And that can feel a lot better than, oh, I have to do Crow's Micro, I have to buy no reactor. You know, if I'm not playing at the 97% win rate, then I'm doing something wrong in FTL. And that kind of approach just, and like, I have to play on hard mode. Like, that just sets such a ridiculously high bar for yourself. And, like, it's already difficult enough. We're turning ourselves into Fed C, by the way. I hope you noticed that with the holding on to the flak too. Okay. Let's go farm up money, I guess. I could push, try find a store. I only need 40 bucks. Aid the Federation ship. Hi. Okay. Don't know if offer they can inform me of a hidden Federation base. Better not be lying to me. Also reset, also reset. There was a Far told me that there was somebody they were streaming FTL and they were doing hard mode win streaks, but they were like in Sector 7 with a ship that looked like it should have only been in Sector 3. And I think they ended up like resetting the run like mid Sector 7. Hey Raka. Sneaky join, the sneaky join and learn. And it's like, oh, I would feel so bad for that kind of player because it's, you know, what streaking is how a lot of people present FTL as how it gets played. So people could kind of get that idea, like that's how they're supposed to play FTL, is they're supposed to be win streaking it. It's like, not exactly. Or players that start on hard mode because they don't know that it's very hard. It's very, very difficult. Oh, you're running away? You can't hurt me, though. Yeah, I think this is how we do it. First we break their piloting. Oh, this is gonna be a while. Okay. It's reasonably low. Okay, so it's level 2. I just kind of wanted to know what level their piloting was. So I don't have to play hard mode? Hey, that works. Like, precarious gameplay is valid. What a silly way to do this fight. Keep Aldrin. Hey, Zanon. Nice, nice. Alright, I would like to keep their engines offline here if possible. It's a very busy clone bay. Yeah, we're meat grinder mode here. $9 whole. All right, for a. And at the end, you should be actually having fun playing FTL. There should be an enjoyable element to it. Like, if you're just being miserable playing FTL isn't gonna stop you from being miserable. Like, it's a difficult game. It can be very frustrating at times. And that's generally knowing what you're doing. So if you have gaps in your information and your strategies, it's gonna feel more random. And if you're just playing it on difficult... Did I buy that flak? No. We got it for free. We got a free flak, a free small bomb, and a free combat 2. I think we're just safe here. We're safe here. Alright, so we're doing this again. Oh. Sorry, Rock. Just... Get in there. Pretty slow, we punch them down. So, I mean, some people, they just stick to normal. Some people just stick to easy. It's like, hey, if you're having fun doing it that way, and, you know, those allow for a completely different kind of play style requirement. You know, where you can actually, you know, regularly do a fun build. So how I play FTL is, you know, using the resources that are given to me, trying to eke out as much advantage as I possibly can in every situation. And the strategy and the application of the tactics and the reward of, oh, that worked. Like, that's what fuels me. Easy for doing 12-minute runs. That's what you did there. But at the same time, you know, if I go to like a store, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like a drone recovery arm here, and I can do like this kind of build now. And I can't do that in hard mode. It's just like that, like trying to do a fun build or try to do like an experiment or something while like directly win streaking. No. Okay, so there's no other... Are you the... I think I'd rather just go to the store. Let's just go back to the store. Is there anything I want? Batteries at 35? Okay, so we don't have a store in the sector. We have a couple jumps before we get to the exit. Could actually count it out. Or we could get the flak online. I'm kind of okay taking the battery since I actually haven't bought any reactor yet. Get the item pool thinner, sure. Gross. Wow, it's level 2. Does it be technically yes and no? So if you have all but one system, which is where we're at now with our subsystems, then systems are less likely to show up in stores. But with it out of the item pool, there's just like this fractional difference. Some people are like, oh, it's just like a 50% thing. No. It's also then it's out of that item pool, so you're more likely to be able to find hacking in stores, and so it comes really close, like numerically. Alright, we can just do this now. Yeah, whatever. I'll fix it. Meme value? It's less about meme value. Like, it is good value against ion storms. It's really good value against ion storms. It's a system that actually increases the value. Like, you look how much you pay into it. So I'm paying 35 now for two temporary reactor, which versus like, you know, 20, 25 scrap. That's okay. But towards the end of the game, when like one solid reactor cost me 35 scrap, the fact that I paid 35 for 2 temporary is really valuable. And so it potentially reduces the cost of me having to do that, right? Yeah, I mean, so picking up cloaking, like I said, it's nice. You just have to be careful, like, that it's on the path of the upgrades that you want. That's really important. That's kind of what I talked about, like, in the value video. And people are like, oh, well, you know, if you dive early and you get buffer points in piloting, these are things that I want. Yeah, but they're not things that you want now, right? And so if you spend a bunch of money on stuff that you don't need now, and you run into the, well, this is what I needed those things for, bad things happen. Bad things happen. What is your specialty? Upgrade doors for 9 scrap. Wow, that's a deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof. Looks like we only have like 2 jumps. I guess I'll take the ship, then the exit. And Intruder on board. Reject his offer. No. Fake rebel. Missiles grow, so let's go ahead and get the small bomb online. Okay, so I cloak for 5 seconds. Now wait on the cloak. I was just thinking that the timing wise, it's going to work. Well, it's not 100%, it's 0. I really don't want them in this room. Cool. Hey, that's a lot of money. You know what? I decided I like money and free stuff. Huh. Huh. Wouldn't it be amazing if there was just some button that gave you free stuff? To live in such a world. To live in such a world. Oh. Wow. It was instant betrayal. Instant betrayal. I want to be on board your ship, Crow. Oh, that's really nice and supportive of you. Chat, thanks. Also, anytime anything remotely good happens to you, I'm just going to use this command. I don't even know how that command got there. I did it. I did it to myself. NG Homeworld looks good. NG Homeworld 2 to 3 stores. Very safe sector. Distress. Okay, so try to find a store. Ideally, we find hacking. I don't think I'd improve anything on my ship right now. Like, having cloaking, having small bomb gives us a lot of flexibilities in terms of, like, being able to just beat ships. Power to destroy you. Anything positive? Like, I mean, this game almost killed me, jump 2. It was really close to being dead, jump 2. But since then, everything's been pretty okay. Oh, there's a little thing on my keyboard here in this. Oh, there, it was just stuck for something. Hmm? What? No. No, nothing suspicious. Sure. So jump 2 was an Artemis, heavy laser, Mantis, human, NG, medbay. Board the station. Save the NG. Do I want another crew? Sure. Or do I want the money? I really don't need another NG crew here. Like, 2 is really solid. But I'm also kind of boarding with... Yeah, whatever. Are you trained? You're a fighting NG. Well, good news! Good news for you. Got the perfect job. I probably just don't see that beacon. Oh, I also haven't seen this beacon. 15? I have 15. Ugh. Alright. Pretty sure there's 3 stores in these sectors. Okay, yeah, no, this is... Okay, the crew are weak. But we are also in a pulsar. And they have doors. Okay. Nope, that's fine. Oh, that's bad. I wanted to end the fight. That's what I was trying to do, so that they wouldn't run here, and then they would just die. So this is all prolonged now. Grumble. Okay. Start fixing things, I suppose. Could the ion hit Clone Bay? Yes. So it'll hit one. If we have our shield up, it'll hit the shield and then a random system, which could include the Clone Bay. And now at level 3, it wouldn't ion it enough that you're in trouble. You could always just have one more in it. So I will not be able to reset my crew's health in this instant, but there should be a store nearby. Not should. There's a decent enough chance that there's just a store nearby. Why you gotta hit me in the piloting? Why you gotta be that way? We'll also get a passive heal when we jump. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Level 2 clone, I think it's possible to save a clone pulsar, but the timing can be really, really tight. Mike Copley has a video about it. Like, I think you could, like, make an attempt to do it and then jump away, and then, like, as you're jumping, that crew will be okay. Like, that'll buy enough time. Hey, Tic Tac. kind of don't like going to the store for layout purposes. Unless we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, with my weekend crew, we still have plenty of money to spend. Okay, we buy hacking. Definitely sell this. We put this on the bar. We get rid of that. We buy up all the fuel. Neat. Two, three, four, 5. Yeah, I'm thinking about selling it, but I don't know what it gets me. Like, looking at what this store has, like, the only thing is do I want to go get this at level 2, or do I want level 3? So that I have a better way of dealing with Zoltan shields. Probably the Zoltan shield thing. Congratulations on your win. We're really, really close. I could still see a few spooky scenarios, but it should be very difficult to kill us at this juncture. So if I sell it, then I can have hack 2, which I kind of think I value that more. Alright, that looks good. That looks like a good ship. Good, strong hands. Ignored. We've gotten a silly amount of free stuff this run. Contact them with the NG crew. Alright, so we took 2 jumps and we got no money before this store. It's good. Good, let's go ahead, visit it, see what's in store. Defense Scrambler. Hermes. I don't think there's anything I want to sell 2 weapons for to get. Unless I wanted more fuel. Which I do. Okay. I was thinking about keeping the eye on just again as an alternative to get through Zoltan shields, but... Oh, that's really close. No. Yeah, really, really close. NG or Rebel. That's a spookier sector. So, like, that's scrap, but the fights are more dangerous. That would be just kind of relying on more free stuff here. We don't need much right now. Like, we just go to the NG sector, see if we get enough stuff to, like, fully stabilize the run. And then just go from there. So just for everyone's sake to catch you up here. Boop. If you look here, we've gotten 208 in free stuff and 274 in just normal scrap. That's where we're sitting in this particular run. We're not visiting any of those beacons. Investigate. All right, money's good. Attack to get to the catch. I did this wrong. Oh. We're probably okay. But I should have just... Because that double taps, and then that is able to hit. Let's just get their weapons offline. I mean, technically it's a wasting of a part, but making sure I don't screw this up. Because we're slightly low on reactor right now. Okay. Everything's fine. So I think if I delayed the boarding, I'd still almost have to hack just to be certain we were okay off this volley here. Power flex speed up. It's true. That's really, really inaccurate, though. That's the... Well, I guess I would punch down their piloting first. And then maybe... Hey, darn, it's against the law. Streams are early. Oh, no. Does it? Does it speed it up, though? Uh-huh, yeah. Oh. I mean, it did 3 hull damage. $22. No free stuff! Oh, this game's so unfair. Oh, no, I didn't... not worth it. We could now actually think about, you know, training crew in positions. The only person that's trading is Dragon, really. Not surprising. Get all that training just punching down NG ships. Or, sorry, AI ships. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a dead end. I did not map that correctly. I'm gonna lose a jump here. Yes. Sure. Flak, scrap recovery arm, and crew. Weapons training, another fighting NG. I mean, honestly, I'd be tempted to just grab the human here. Like, just to get that fourth border. Cool. So I get to 10 drone parts, which I feel comfy with 10 drone parts. Yeah, so we should have good drone parts now. Like, I now don't super need sensors anymore because we're just gonna board 4 and hack. Oh, that's where the other store is. Okay, now I feel good that we went to the store. Still should have routed the sector better. But here we are. Alright, you arrive at one of the relic bases the Edgy told you about. They're abandoned. Supposedly. And they're gonna run away. They're delayed though. Cool. You quickly search the computer logs, show the tech you were searching for never passed through the base. It must have been a decoy. Yeah, alright. If it was the decoy, like normally you had to let them go, but we actually get to kill them and still get rewards. It's great. And now the part where runs take a year and a half to complete because we have to keep cloning our crew. Yeah. Actually, Halberd Beam and Small Bomb might be better in terms of like taking down Zoltan shields, because this is 4 damage guaranteed against the Zoltan shield. Versus 7 projectiles. I don't know, we actually could just dive. Okay, we hack weapons and pulsars. Do I... Maybe I don't even, like, board here. Oh my gosh, they only have Edgies and Zoltans on board their ship. So, we didn't get a look in their ship, so how did I know? Because they boarded us with an NG, they can only, like, the enemy AI will try to board you with Mantis or rocks. Like, Zoltans and NGs go to the bottom of their boarding list, regardless of what their positioning is on the enemy ship. So once the NG boarded us, we knew that that's all they had on board. So then it made sense to just, you know, board everybody. Also, maybe actually save crew positions. Also, Reinhardt should be Raka. I wonder if I pilot it and put power in my engines, we'd run faster. Also, I kept the augment that makes us run faster. Run faster. Forward scout, giant missile. Okay. Double combat drones. No medical units. Good job, everyone. Guess what we're gonna do? Murder you all. Well, not the rock. The rock's fine. Boarding, fighting, NG. I mean, yeah, it's like it would be nice to have, you know, a Mantis in that spot instead, but like just 4 borders is pretty overwhelming. Particularly in the earlier sectors. This is great, Doctor. Mm-hmm, yeah. No. Do you have to remember that I can't also board with the Lanius? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Reactor, $20 for 2 drone parts. Do I value 2 drone parts at 25? I kind of do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so I go with the store for 36 scrap just because I can't get fuel. We're getting so much free stuff that we're just not getting a lot of resources to replace what we're using. Which is why the fuel situation is down, despite the fact we bought a lot of fuel. I also don't have full training, but I have a lot of NGs to fix things, so even if we do eat an ASB. Alright, last jump could be a hazard, so I want those 2 things. I mean, we're just hacking and running. Plus whatever money we get from here, which is none! Okay, if I survive long enough. They do have a teleporter. It's interesting that they're going that way. Okay. Oh well, I was hoping maybe we get a little bit of dodge training. Ooh, slugs are rocks. Let's go, sluggos. Alright, we'll run them out of the room, run you into the room, clone, and get back. Cool. Yeah, that was a mistake, though. There was no reason for me not to have a crew indoors. It turned out, like, fine, but... Like, if they boarded next to piloting and immediately moved into it, I would have been like, ah, why didn't I just have crew indoors? Distress. Maybe another dive. So this is like 2.5 stores versus 2 stores. I mean, both of them have cloaking mind controls. Kind of annoying, but... That's a ship. They boarded with 2. It's not a good reason to actually put the Lanius here and not like use Lanius borders. Will they be able to do enough damage? Okay, let's make that situation just better, a better chance of them being successful in what I need them to do. Behoove us to get power at this point. Might be a pretty good idea, particularly if we run to ion storms. I mean, we do have the benefit that, generally speaking, it doesn't cost as much reactor to run our ship. We're just 1 power, teleports them across. Hey, okay, alright. Interesting. So do I use... No, okay. Pilot, engines, doors. One of them for weapons and the other one's boarding, and then the rock boards as well. Do we just roll like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Might have to upgrade Mad Chad at some point. Wouldn't have actually helped. I need to get 2 reactor, but still, I feel like it's on the path of what we want to start doing now. attack the Mantis. Go save our friendly slugs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, super friendly. Definitely the case. Okay, so really, actually, you need to stay there. I figured I wanted to use the bomb versus the hack. I didn't know what level the clone bay was going to be. No, no more Lanius visits. Yeah. Clone bay, Shmone bay. I also have to remember that we can just, like, do a level 2 hack and halberd beam as, like, an option. That exhale was me going, alright, I actually did save crew positions after I moved them all around. Alright, one more reactor. It is a lot of crew. We did buy one. Ignored Slog Knock. Oh! Okay. Cool. So Mad Shad becomes Slog Knock. Neat. Intruders on board. Science system turns off your crew aboard nearby station. Our medical unit. And they board directly into our clone bay? Respect. Alright, we will aggressively vend. Becomes like more apt. Look, I mean, I didn't say anything. So we have a training ship now, right? Yep. I'm just lining up my power for this. I don't think we can get in trouble from like an O2 kill or anything. I have a... Right? That's... super unlikely. We just train off the ion. at least we have level 4 engines, so that's gonna make it a little bit faster. I don't want to like full speed normally like I sometimes minimize it. But I'm concerned like ions hitting systems and then powering in wrong ways. Oh, we have an ad coming. Cool. You know what? We'll just start the ad. Why not? No one's missing anything. We even got training. Alright, we'll be back. And we'll like finish them off. Won't be hard. Won't be difficult. Not me almost stepping on my headphones. I even have a little hook here to put them on. Oh, I don't have a select command. That's true. Also, actually turn in-game music on. That'd be nice. That's got a little bit of training punching down systems, which is good. 44 bucks. Love to see it. Hailed by a dangerous looking ship. Hack my oxygen, I guess. Yep. Just that easy. It's just that easy. So, am I still store hunting? Let's get the 4th weapon online so we can, like I said, go small bomb, halberd beam in case we run into, like, Zoltan pirates. He did pie. Pie made a slug. Why would you make a pie of slug? No. No. Don't have to pass Mantis. Oh, okay. Are you a store? You are not a store. Possibility of a 1 non-nebula store, but guaranteed 2 nebula stores. Unbelievable. Do we replace Raka with a Mantis? Probably doesn't matter at this point. I don't want to spend the money on it. Like, I really, really love the FTL, like, save game manager, except for the instructions are very confusing, but part of me also wishes, like, it just tracked, like, more stuff, which is just me asking people to do more free work. But, like, it would just be like, this is how many drone parts you bought. This is how much fuel you bought. Be amazing. Okie dokie. What am I doing? Oh, so you don't connect the way, so I'd have to go through the... Man, I didn't route this sector well again. For some reason, I thought, like, this and this were going to connect. And also, I just forgot that this is going to not be anything. Keep a notebook, right? You micropause 15,000 times that game. The numbers are down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, I think it's still worth it even if we go through the exit. We'll see. Nope. It's really the store's fault. Cool setup. There's nothing at the store. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 1, 2. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, dive. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, dive. Well, I guess doing it this way, I get a little bit of passive healing. The value from all these extra jumps we are totally gonna get. Ask if you would like payment. It's a trap. Unbelievable. Hey! You got fuel! That's neat. Moving forward. It's kind of a fun idea. I don't even know if I can even come close to actually powering that. Alright, we'll just buy all the power. So now I have Flak 2 Halberd Beam. If I want to use Flak 2 Halberd Beam... Don't go the way with it! Get him out of here! Just there with like a boot pushing them back into the abyss. That's pretty gross, game. There we go. Totally how you use the Flak and Halberd Beam. Get a little swipey swipe there. Kill that one crew faster. Get a precious fuel. Pirates are slugging again. Sure. Oh, immediate stores immediate. But there still will be 2 nebula stores. I don't know, do I jump there just because I need fuel again? Whatever. Honestly, there really haven't been like amazing weapon selections. There, 16. 16 game. All right. Good. Keeping up that free stuff. Okay, 2 shots and a breach missile, so we can always cloak the breach missile. And 2 shields take care of this, so we shouldn't need any materials. The fuel reward button? Oh my gosh, that would actually be really amazing. I don't know. Would I rather have a free fuel button or a free weapon button? Because I definitely don't have either. Definitely don't have a free fuel button, that's for sure. I'm always concerned about fuel, and I always, not always, I can still like run really low. And other players are just like, meh, 9's fine. If I run out, I'll set out a beacon for 4 jumps and then I'll get fuel and it's okay. So fuel. Like if you get a free weapon, I mean you have a lot more money to like buy stuff and that's really good. But just not having to worry about fuel, it's pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. Okay, actually mapping out the sector. Yeah. I guess we start pushing for shields 3. I can't drink weapon. Alright, concerning. Alright, and by that I mean we're gonna go ahead and get hack 3 just to shut out all the danger weapons. was just think like 3 shields is because to deal with glaive. It's kind of amazing. Don't have a clone bay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeesh. Okay. You know, the Mantis we get through quickly, right? And then would be able to start helping out in the other fights. You're hilarious. Okay, it's true. But sometimes, like I said, there was that Fed C run, my last Fed C run, that we almost lost our crew because their Mantis was just throwing bombs the entire fight. It was ridiculous. Because it was I had a human and a Mantis boarding against an Engie and a Mantis. And we almost lost. Like, I was doing, like, round by rounds when I did a swap, and after, like, between one of the swaps, I dealt 66 points of damage, and they dealt 65. Again, they had a Mantis and an Engie versus a Mantis and a human, and they were only off by 1 damage. And the round before that, they were only off by, like, 3 or 4. So it was just unbearably close. Ah, thanks for the good lucks. Crawan. YTK. Reminds me of Yakety strats. Good old Yakety strats. Oh, I forgot I have the Reach missile. I've gotten so many free weapons. So we could look for Zoltan Shield bypasses to, like, float. Chase them. Whatever. Ask if they would like payment. Oh, that's a lot. That's pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. Start getting shield stream. Mantis was the main character, basically. Rock crew poses captain, because why would you ever let a rock be your captain? So it casually celebrates your newfound trust by repairing part of your ship and offering to sell you their wares. Yeah, okay. You know what? Just to be, you know, on the safe side there. FTL is unable to save progress. Okay. Good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will hack here. Won't have weapons training, won't have shield training, but don't let him get out of the room. Come on, finish him! Are we gonna get a one-shot build? We're kind of close to one now. Because Halberd Beam is 8 for me, because I don't do cheeky swipes, otherwise it would be 10. And Hull Beam is 9 in phase 1 and 2, and then 8. So we have... 8 plus 9, 17 damage. I was thinking, like, we could swipe through piloting with Halberd Beam. It wouldn't guarantee that it hits. Well, phase 1 it would, because we could just hit through engines. It's level 2 engines. That would be so funny. Like, after putting together a, 1, 2... Is that 4 or 3? Four. Just stay with my door systems. No, not my doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Firebomb, 2 shots in the beam. Is my piloting gonna burn down? Oh, also I didn't turn off my oxygen, which would have helped. If I turned down my oxygen, I probably would have got out of that fine. Alright, I'm gonna take a whole point damage. Not doing it, game. The other option, no, that's not good. Don't lose crew here, Crow. Is we could have small bombed our own piloting, and then we wouldn't have taken any hull damage. That's a totally normal play. Yeah, I totally forgot to depower the O2. It's really funny how... Well, once the room... Oh, I guess you have to speed up the oxygen. Yeah, right. Once the room runs out of oxygen, then, like, fighting in the fire doesn't matter. But... It's funny how depowering the O2 is often, like, the make or break in... Like, you have borders on your ship or something. Like, that will... stop them from being able to actually, like, break a system. Or putting out a fire in time. Walker. Attack. 2 crew only. Also, we should really do a level 2 teleporter. So if we get attacked, we have a workaround. We out. Sultan or civilian? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a tough choice. Such a 4 exit location. Wow. Just Okay, no, that's cool. 4 dead beacons. It's all good. All good. Do I have anything that I actually want to sell? I do have the hull beam as a maybe sell. Or the flak 2. Aid civilian ship. Chance of double rewards. I mean, this is just the easy way, I guess. $68, $28, nice. Get some fresh air. Does replicate reverse ion field? No, no, no. Also no. Again, the only thing I was like, maybe we buy a another beam weapon. Just being silly. It's funny, it takes the same time to clone, like, the clone bay takes the amount of time. It's like, so they're, what, are they, is everybody made up of the exact same material? So it's not a, not like, oh, well, this crew has more health, so that takes longer or something. Alright, we got training! So, we need level 2 oxygen. That's really it. Shields 4 would be nice. Double rewards, please and thank you. Giant missile, less cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can. Alright, let's put the Mantis on the low health crew. Oh, I was supposed to hack them? Yeah. $100, cool. Oh, next place is a store, right? Do I want the flak or the whole beam? I mean, if we go whole beam, small bomb, that's probably better getting through Resultant Shield anyways. Right? It's 2 guaranteed versus 7 with all the flak projectiles plus their engines. Again, it probably just doesn't matter at this point. Clone. Aw, you for real? Another bypass my bay. Nothing of interest. Okay, no. It is what it is. What was I just doing? Why did I just do that? I almost killed off my entire boarding squad there. I legit almost killed off every single one of my boarders there. I just completely blanked out. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this now because their weapons are offline, and that was not the case. That was terrifying. Okay. Crow, buddy. Crow. Mooncrow wouldn't have done that? Suncrow? Maybe. Like, I almost fully depowered shields. If I depowered one more bubble, would have done 2 damage swipe through here and Clone Bay, and they would have been gone. GG's, no re. So annoying! That was a wake-up call and a half. I was just like not thinking. I didn't have to think. Okay. It's okay. Still fine. Whew. No thank you. Flash stand. You arrive at an outpost that's close to the Federation base. Your access code gets you past initial security, and an officer says with direct feed to the Federation base's war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" You explain your mission. You sent us on the mission. You wanted this information? Here it is. You're welcome. I guess we're done here. Your explanation is met with murmurs of cynicism and disbelief among the officers. General Churchill of the Engine Brigade speaks up. Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk small, or save none. Explain the weakness of the enemy fleet. It is the rebel flagship. It's a really horrible world where people die constantly and no one has time to make bigger ones before they die. Yep, even the asteroid fields don't have enough time to be larger. Small Tully responds, it's settled. The rebels will be here in a matter of small moments. We'll do what we can to hold off their small warships, but you must succeed in destroying this small flagship. Your current outpost can provide some repairs fuel, and other small repair stations provide aid as well. Small luck. Base through the repair. Okay. 4 shots in, a mini beam, and a boarding bot. Don't punch holes in my ship. It's really rude. It's so I need $190. I would need $190 to get the halberd beams both online with the whole beam for the one-shot build. I don't think I'm getting 140 scrap in 3 jumps. We would have to defend the outpost, get $100, and then I might have enough with the flagship to get there. That would be like whatever. Silly is what it is. But I guess we'd still do that. Maybe. There's a store? No. No, I don't think so. That's a really good noise. 30 and 53. Oh, see, we only got 80. We didn't quite get enough there. It's 190. I'm 20 bucks off, but I really could use reactor. I think it would be, we can get a buffer point so I can run like double halberd and small bomb, but it would be wiser just to put the rest into reactor. Like I wouldn't even be able to power the build up. That's funny though. Yeah. Yeah. Reactor seems good. How it goes, yeah, some days you just can't erase the flagship. All right, 2. This is it, the Rebel flagship. If you're able to destroy this monstrosity, you have a chance to fight. There's no turning back. Did you reply to your 2 thanks? No, I refuse. Okay. Like, I don't need it. The small bombs, I know. Like, the hacking and cloaking are enough. It's just kind of like a mini insurance policy. Alright, I know we need 3 shields. Oh, is that a fire? It's a double fire as well? You know what, maybe... bring that rock back. Also, it's really important because this was updated. Look at the fact that the repair is still there despite the room is on fire. It doesn't reset. Aww. Okay, GG's. is how you do this. We almost wiped the entire boarding party overall. Had a great time. That's pretty accurate. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, normally I would, but this time I'm not. Oh, got him! Oh, the snipe. Oh. You got last one killed. Cool. Get rid of that cloaking. Nice. Don't you usually want to leave one crew alive? If I'm not boarding, yes, because it lowers their evasion. But if I am boarding, this means that I can board into their missiles and punch them down, and because no one's there to interfere with it, the missiles will be dropped before they have a chance of firing. And that's like the strength of the boarding strategy. Like, yeah, you normally leave one because when the AI takes over, then it has all the band bonuses. I really am low on reactor. Can you, if I did cheeky swipes, no. So, it's 20 hull, 22 hull, then 20 hull. The most I can do with them, how I play, is 8. So it's only 16. There is a 10 damage swipe utilizing cheeky swipes. But that's tactics that I do not use, because I find that it's not intuitive to the game design. Chase down the flagship. Discovers heavily damaged from the previous fight. Scans the cage, redirect considerable power to his rows, get ready to fight. So what a cheeky swipe is, just as an example. Only disgusting cheaters, exactly. Oh, that's totally wrong too. It's like right here. Let's see how you haven't practiced it. So you get this, essentially it's a swipe. Like, it's just a pixel inside the room, and you know you lined it up correctly when There's no rooms highlighted. And so when this beam cuts across, for some reason, because the rooms are offset, like the rooms above them are missing, it's staggered. It's not just a room directly above it. So it'll hit the rooms at the same time. And then it misses a room and it goes, oh, so I must be firing into a new room. So it'll like double hit down here and allow it for a 10 damage swipe. I might be missing. It might also like depends on like the direction that you're going. Anyways, that's how that works. No. YOLO. Okay, yeah, just more reactor. Just more. Open all the doors except for you. Cool. That's fun. I just wanted to actually break all their drones just for my own amusement. There was really no point in taking out the defense drone there. Okay, so I can't use this. I won't be able to use hacking at the start, so that all gets powered. What am I... Oh, right. Small bomb is not... will get through the Zoltan shield. So maybe we can... Yeah, no, it doesn't affect hacking. Bombs, teleporter, and mind control. So we board, start punching down missiles, try and get some in piloting, damage in piloting, and maybe we'll be able to small bomb missiles and they don't even fire at all. I guess we don't really care about which crew gets mind control because it's not going to be the pilot. I guess we'll do that to board 4. Did I not say MC? Yeah, MC, bombs, and teleporter. Sorry. You're not certain how Zeke will keep fighting without damage is sustained. It looks like it's transfer power to the teleporter, so some kind of super weapon prepared. This is it. Oh, hi there. How did I grab you? I have no idea how I just did that. Okay. Mistake. I was gonna run this crew through. That's what I was thinking of. As I'd run that one through, and then if one of them are mind control, I could just teleport the 4 and it would be fine. And I snagged the rock. Misplay. So now I don't have 2 damaging this system here. No, never mind. Also, I should just teleport the rock over there to finish this off. GG's. Oh, that's a kill. 16. 1, 2, 3. Done 3 system damage. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They're gonna be 1 shy. Okay. Oh, nice to think. Is it more? Monty, Dragon, Magic Brown, Faith, Rakagak, Maghead for joining the crew there. I think it's gonna look lower just because we got so much free stuff. Wow, okay. 34, 97, 15, 13. Yeah, but like the thing is, like, I mean, if we bring up the stats, like we got 334. This is 130 more scrap than we normally get in free stuff, like value-wise. And of course, that doesn't actually count towards the score itself. Okay, Mantis 29. All the stat tracking. Mantis A, Mantis C.